Hello everybody, today we will be talking about the Rangers, as I promised in my other video, I believe. Now, yeah, I'm making this video to kind of give more lore about the Rangers, because they're kind of their own thing. Oh yeah, and I also said that I'll make this video, well, I can make a video, 10-minute long video about the Rangers in the NCR video. But I don't know if it's got to be 10 minutes, because it's not super much about lore. There's not like a super amount of lore about these guys, but anyway, let's get into it. So at the beginning, they came from the same area, the same place as the NCR did, from Vault 13. Now, the Desert Rangers, there's kind of two ranger types in the beginning. There were the in the beginning there were the Desert Rangers, who were kind of a group of sort of like a law enforcement group that, you know, fought. They were kind of like mercenaries, but more kind of like police-like, if you know what I mean. They kind of helped the local people for like a payment, probably. And then there were the NCR Rangers, who were less experienced than the Desert Rangers, but there were a lot more of them. So Desert Rangers were around since the Great War, but not a lot of information is really, like, you know, given to us about the Desert Rangers pre-war. So we can just talk about how the Desert Rangers kind of became a part of the NCR Rangers. So at 2271, excuse me, the Desert Rangers became a part of the NCR due to a losing war against the Legion, and they were kind of forced to join the NCR Rangers, or the whole of NCR, the NCR Army, because they didn't really have any more. They didn't really have many options, and this became known as the Ranger Unification Treaty that brought them into the NCR. And that's most lore we have about the Desert Rangers and the NCR Rangers were kind of what they are in Fallout New Vegas, but, you know, a lot less experienced than the Desert Rangers. The Desert Rangers were probably the more kind of interesting out of the two. Anyway, yeah, they were losing a war against the Legion. Yeah, they were losing a war against the Legion. Now, I'll be talking about the ranks and some other stuff in the ranks. So in the NCR kind of rank tree, you have the Ranger, Veteran Ranger, and Chief, which only the top Ranger holds, like kind of the leader of the whole organization. The whole leader of the core of the army. It's not really an organization. And there's also a lesser known rank, which is the Black Ranger. They were the Black Ranger. Oh, sorry. The Desert Ranger became the Elite Black Ranger, and they undertook the most important missions, the most difficult and important missions the NCR gave, kind of dished out. Also, the Black Rangers also did they also did do some kind of infiltration missions on the side, and you know, assassinations and stuff like that, but on very, very like high risk missions. Most of the time they used Veteran Rangers. That's why they're so, you know, common. And now let's talk about their armor and weapons. So the Desert Ranger, the NCR Rangers normally consist of a Desert Ranger trench coat, which was adopted from the Desert Rangers, because, you know, they adopted the trench coat from the Desert Rangers to kind of add some extra, you know, flair and, you know, to hold their equipment and all of that kind of stuff. They also had pre-war riot gear, and they also had Ranger helmets. I don't really know much about Ranger helmets. I just, you know, I think they're pretty cool. And I believe they were made after the war, so they kind of modified some standard helmets and stuff. The Black Ranger, they used the reinforced Ranger combat armor. Yeah, I believe you see that in Fallout New Vegas in one of the DLCs. I never played the DLCs. And for weapons, the most common weapons for veteran Rangers and Rangers consist of anti-materiel rifles and a Ranger Sequoia, I believe. And sometimes veteran Rangers and Rangers use other guns such as assault carbines, even sometimes flamethrowers, if it comes to be. And some Rangers opt to use shotguns for close quarters combat. And yeah, sometimes, some Rangers have 2 revolvers, 2 Ranger Sequoias. And I believe, I don't know if this is true, but sometimes some Rangers, they use, sometimes they can use power armor with miniguns and stuff like that. Salvaged NCR power armor. But I'm not really sure about that. I mean, maybe. I did read some things about it, but I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, I hope this kind of cleared a little bit of fog about the cool image of the NCR Ranger, And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably going to be a little bit, quite a bit shorter than my other videos, but hey, the Rangers, they're one of the coolest aspects of Fallout. And yeah, comment down below what you guys think about the Rangers, and do you guys like their helmets or not? Comment that down below, and yeah, I will see y'all later.